Hello, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Learn IT with Mr. P. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a function in Bash. And within the function, I'm going to use two commands, lsusb and tree, which can gather information about your computer. So I wrote a simple shell script that demonstrates how a function will work. And because I'm an IT guy, my function is going to gather some information about the computer that I'm using currently. So as I do with all Bash programs, I just type in Bash and the name of the program. In this case, it's samplefunction.sh. The computer is asking me for a name or asset number for my computer. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to say this is computer 123. I'll hit enter and I come back to the prompt. So the Bash program has run. Let's take a look at what I have on my computer now. And I see I have a file called 123.txt. Well, let's take a look at what's inside that file using the cat command. And I can see that this text file, 123.txt, has information about exactly what's installed on my USB bus. It tells me what kind of keyboard I have, what kind of headset I have, what kind of mouse I have. And then it gives me a directory tree of the bash files, which was my directory that was current when I ran this program. Let's go look at exactly how this program was constructed. This is the program code for the function I just demonstrated previously. Let's step through it line by line so you'll be able to understand how this program works and how you can modify it for your own needs. My first line was my bash scripts are always this shebang bin bash. This tells the operating system that this is a bash program. I then include some identifying information to tell me what this program is and who wrote it. So this program is a demonstrative function, and it's from my YouTube channel, Learn IT with Mr. P. Okay, let's see what the program does. Well, the echo command will output the following text directly to the screen. It's going to ask the user of the program to please enter the computer name and or asset number. So that could be a number like 1234. It could be Neil's computer. It could be room 213. Whatever makes sense to your organization and needs. Then the program will read that information that the user has just input and assign it to the variable called sysid. So all that the program has done so far is prompt the user to enter a name or asset number and then read that from the keyboard into the variable called sysid. Now I want to use a function. Now each time you use a function, you put the word function and then it has a name. In this case, I call it gather data. These two parentheses are used for more advanced functions when you're using with parameters, but I do not need that at this stage. After you've made the function statement, you've given it a name, I then start it with this left curly bracket. Now, beneath it are the two commands that I'm using. My lsusb is using one arrow to send it to an output file that I'm using the same exact variable that I got from the user before, the asset tag or computer name. And I say I want that to end in .txt or text file. This will give me the USB information for the target computer. The next command is tree, and I'm using double greater than signs here because I want to append and not overwrite the sysid.txt file. This will give me the directory information. And of course, you can change these commands to whatever makes sense in your organization and your needs. I end the function with the right curly bracket. And now, when I want to use this, I just have to type in the program, it will say gather data, and it'll run everything that I placed inside this function. And of course, your programs can have multiple functions, and multiple functions can call other functions. So you just have to keep building it like a fancy Lego structure. I'll put up more as we go along in this tutorial. This is the program listing for the function that I just demonstrated. I'm going to leave it here on the screen. Perhaps you might want to pause it and write some things down. I can also make a suggestion where I have the commands lsusb for list USB and tree to give the directory information. You may want to try programs like lspci and lscpu. These will list information about the PCI bus or list information about your CPU. Of course, you can substitute any commands within this function. Hi, I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe, but more importantly, leave a comment so I know what type of topics you'd like me to go into next time, what things you'd like me to explore in more depth, and certainly how I can help you on your journey to become an IT professional. Thank you again.